Sam, you may have to come over here. Yeah, this is not right. Okay. What is
Okay.
here? I
Oh.
can. Oh,
We might have audio.
yeah,
Do
hold
we
on.
hey, someone tell us if you hear us or see us? What's going on your end? We're having problems on our end.
Okay. Sam, I have no idea what to click on over here. Guys, can you hear us at all?
Yeah, can anyone see or hear anything right now?
Sarah, what's it look like on your end?
Okay, they're saying I can hear you. How about see us? Can you
Can
see
anybody,
anything?
because we see nothing. It does on our end, it looks like we are not serious.
Okay, well, we're not. We've got to fix it because we can't do anything on our.
Why would
Hold on,
that be?
hold on, guys. We're gonna let's see what. We may have to click off and on. We may
I
be
know,
gone a bit.
but I don't know how to. If you end it here, we would have to start a different
Oh,
stream.
okay.
It's not just a matter of
Okay.
going back on. They
Um,
can see us. What? Oh,
okay.
there we are on the
Okay.
other one.
Okay, hold on. We're looking at something here just a bit.
Oh, that's messed up. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if we see ourselves as long as we're
No, go ahead and take.
lined
Where is it?
up over there. Are we lined up? Okay, guys, I'm weirded out over this. We're looking at a black screen. So,
Okay. Yeah,
oh
go
my
ahead and
goodness.
finish up. And
Okay.
so, hey,
I
Sam,
have my pink
hey,
shirt on.
Sam,
Yes, Carol.
Sam, scoot over so I can just scoot over so I can I can orient
Yeah, I
what's
think we're
happening.
lined up okay.
Okay.
Goodness,
Okay.
guys.
It's going to be a little.
Dawn's giving us some pity things here. Do you feel
So we're
sorry
going
for
to.
us? Thank you, Dawn, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me see who's here. I see Lisa's here. Xanthea's here, and she's waving at Abigail. And Cindy's here. Carol, Michelle, Karen from Spyro, home of the Bulldogs. Dolores is here. Ellen from Oklahoma. Allison's here. Hi, Allison. Monique from Canada. Carol says, hi, Abigail. Hey, Georgia. Oh, it's jumping on me here. Charla and Lisa. Oh, it's jumping. Beth, voice reason. Clarabelle. I saw Clarabelle. Oh, goodness. Kathy Ponder. Debbie. Heather. Daughter of Kate. Charla's here. Been here a while. Charla's been waiting on us. So Robin's here. Hey, Robin. I just messaged you back. Pixie, Pauline, Sharon, Susie, Dave from New Hampshire. Oh, guys, thanks for coming on. Judy's here from Ireland. Goodness. Oh, Miss Vicky's here too. Real stories, a writer's pen and a fisherman's
I
tale.
was wondering if I should click on that camera icon. Go ahead.
Abigail says hi, Vicky. You say hi, Vicky, also. So Sam put the link to Miss Vicky's channel over in the chat there. Be sure you check her out. We had a really good time hanging out with her and Chris on their live stream last week. It was a whole bunch of fun, and my cheeks hurt by the time we were finished. So, okay, I see Mary saying hi to Stanley family, but I have not seen them in the chat. I'm assuming they're here. Yes, the Stanley family's here also. Okay. Hi, Michael. If you click something, I'm afraid you're going to mess it up.
I'm just, there's an icon for a camera.
I know, but I say, let's just go with the flow here.
Okay.
It's okay. And maybe by next one, we can have this figured out. But I hate to mess with anything.
Just can't
When
figure out.
it's fine on their end, it's just our end. So I'm going to say we kind of coast here. So yeah, Sam put the link for the Stanley family on there too. Please check out their channel. Yes, Allison says they were a hoot last week. I think she's talking about Chris and Vicky over at Real Stories. It was a lot of fun. So, okay, guys. I don't know what all you want to talk about. You haven't done anything with analytics.
I have been And
So-
like everything, we have been hopping. So yeah, I just kind of run in here and in and out. So we just want to talk about some of the things that's going on around here first.
I guess so. I did not make a list.
Yeah, we hadn't had time to write anything down or anything. So I have been slowly making a video. The video might be kind of weird because it's over so much time, but I'm starting a lot of the fence building process out there for fencing on some of that pasture, and I've been trying to, as I think about it, oh hell, I'll film a little bit of what I'm doing and making the H braces to put up gates and stringing through the woods to put the put the wire up and all that stuff. So I have been filming a little bit of that. Summer kitchen. We've
I need to make a before video. That was actually something I meant to today.
because it's about to start looking very different.
That's the plan, at least. Our friend is due to come back. We're on the schedule, and hopefully big things like the end is in sight things should be happening. So I want to take a before video so that I can have a before and after.
That interior, what that interior looks like, and what it'll look like.
She's gonna try to fall
Yeah,
asleep back there.
Um, but so yeah, Andrew has been wiring.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been putting up insulation, just getting a few things squared away, put some more.
Well, let's explain. Andrew's been wiring. So our friend that knows all the electrical stuff has trained Andrew to do the
outlets. He's putting in the
Yes.
outlets, and he's wiring in all the outlets, and I mean putting in the braces where in the corners and anywhere that where sheetrock's can go, it has to have a place to be nailed to, screwed to. So just a lot of the behind sheetrock work, so that when he comes into sheetrock, everything is set up to put the sheetrock up. And do I even mention what we're doing on the ceiling up there, or what you're? He's checking on it. I don't know.
You can mention it. Actually, Miss Erin that sends us the DVDs and the books and things like that. She's the one I saw pictures of her library, and she has ceiling like what we think we're getting,
Okay.
and that's the reason it got in my head.
Okay, so yeah, that should look really, really pretty.
We didn't say what it was though.
Oh, so basically, like it's basically a tongue and groove type.
Yes.
So it looks. We're not going to get old wood. We're going to use new. There's new wood, but it will look old. Like imagine like an old house from the 1800s and the old tongue and groove type ceilings.
If it's not too expensive, he hadn't checked.
Yeah,
he was going to check on the cost and see what the difference would be. But if the cost is, I mean, if it's doable,
yeah,
I think that it would give it some character. Our builder said that he did a another structure like that recently, and it made it look like a cabin. So I kind of like that.
yeah, I think
Especially since the upstairs where the boys' room and stuff is has that angled ceiling, and I just think it would be pretty.
Yeah, that
So
will be that. I think that'll look nice.
Sarah on here is asking, did you get the email I sent earlier? Yes. Now I haven't responded yet, but I did get an email from you. So, okay. And I did see someone there saying they had to resubscribe again.
That again, that is one of those things. Some people said I subscribed a year ago and I'm still subscribed, and other people say every week I have to resubscribe. I have no idea why.
Dawn is saying, Miss Janice, I thought of you during the Okie Homesteading Expo as we sat through the session with David Stelzer, founder of Azure Standard, and he was pretty awesome to listen to. Yes, I saw you guys had your live stream last night, after the fact.
Then
I was late.
Joel Salatin came there to meet the Stanley family.
Yeah.
For sure, to get their autograph.
They had their picture taken with him too. So, yeah. We're gonna have to live vicariously through them because we can't go to all the places.
They're running around with Joel Salatin and all that.
Yeah,
they'll be interviewing him probably pretty soon on their channel.
See, that's one thing I liked when she talked about Azure Standard on there. It's a family business. It's a large family business, but I think it's neat to do business with a family. So Tammy says she has to subscribe every day also, just like Susan does.
Just I don't have an explanation. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about the summer kitchen. Yeah, Janet, it's not actually the shiplap. At least I'm no expert on this. My shiplap experience is watching Fixer Upper
Yeah,
whenever we would go on vacation.
I'm
But no, this is like little strips of wood is what it looks like, and you'll have like a big strip and a little strip and a big strip and a little strip.
well, it was basically so it's one side of the wood is fit to go over the other side, so they almost like they don't literally snap in like flooring, but it's the same principle.
Yeah, yeah. Diane says she has to resubscribe every week.
I don't. I
Goodness.
don't. I almost wonder if it's the device that I don't know. I just don't
Her
know.
eyes are closed.
Didn't take long.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if
Um,
y'all can see her or not back there, but here, scooch to the side a little bit.
I should
Yeah.
touch it. Unless your head. No,
Oh,
yeah, she'll be out.
there.
She's not gone.
Goodness. Yeah, okay. Jeanette says, I don't have any problem with having to subscribe all the time. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. I know it's a hassle and that's frustrating, but I do
Yeah.
appreciate you taking the time to resubscribe. It means a lot to me. Oh, and Monique says, has everyone liked the live? Thank you for that, Monique. I'm showing there's currently 282 people here, and I'm showing 111 thumbs up. So if you could just make sure to hit that, it helps with that YouTube algorithm thing. So, um,
That's asking
oh,
about. Oh, what now?
Pixie
Oh,
Pauline.
yes. I just so
Well, no, you got to say what it is.
okay. So the wolf urine from the time we put the wolf urine out.
She asks, have you
Oh,
had any more strange animals in the woods, or is the wolf urine doing its job?
because we got the little. It's just short. It's just a short on it. Not a regular video. So ever since I put the wolf urine out, we have not had anything that's caught my attention at night. The dogs have not went berserk,
Thank you, Lisa.
and so I would say, I mean, from that, it does appear that did discourage them from coming up here close. I think when things are back off in the woods, the dogs don't care, and to be honest, I don't care either. That's what the woods are for. If big wild cats want to roam around the woods, good for them. It's their woods. I just don't want them up by the livestock.
Right.
So I think that uh, although I did have um, driving down our
Okay.
road,
I wasn't
so
sure if you were gonna.
so driving down our road, and it was dark, but the headlights lit it up pretty good. I had clearly a bobcat
Oh, now they say the
walk up.
sound went out. Okay.
Can you?
We see no, several people are saying no
Uh,
sound.
okay.
Why?
Why are
Okay,
some,
but others say they do
why do
hear
some
us.
people hear us and some people don't?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Sam and Sarah are checking on their end.
Okay.
A lot are saying they still have sound, but one person said that the sound went gone.
Okay.
Works here.
Okay.
Okay, now Jeannie says back on.
I, oh,
And now
we're getting weird stuff too.
it says camera on.
Here we go.
Oh my
Is
god.
anything changing? We're getting weird stuff.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
like computer things.
Okay.
Okay, I hear you fine, but Bernice says no sound. Marianne says I can hear you. Charlotte says it's going out and coming back in. Okay, guys,
Yeah,
I
we're just
have
going to be
no
here while we're
idea.
here, so I don't know. We
Everything's
might
good.
completely lose you.
Okay, well let's keep going here. And the dogs just started
That's
barking
what-
like crazy too.
Hey, go ahead. Is Andrew in here?
Andrew,
Check on-
Outside.
is he outside?
Oh,
Are
we'll
you
go-
sure? Check back in the boys'
check
room.
back and see if he's
Oh, you did?
okay.
It's on his head.
We didn't
They're
like
asking
have an
what
earthquake or something crazy with
that's
animals going nuts. I don't
that is
know.
something around here we do have to think
I
about
didn't
when
feel
because
anything, but
that happened. The dog started barking. The computer started acting weird. Everything happened at the exact same time.
okay. Belinda says it's not you guys. Please carry
Okay.
on. I
Okay.
think we should carry on.
Okay. So
Talking about
I'm
the
driving down.
driving. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm about half a mile from the house, 3/4 of a mile from the house, and just as plain as day, walked right out into the road. I had to stop to not hit it. It was right there in front of me, a bobcat, just as plain as day. Bobcat, definitely a bobcat. Looked right at me, and so uh, now does that 100% mean that was the bobcat?
Same
It
animal.
looked like it. It had the spots and everything. In its tail was longer than you typically associate with a bobcat. That I did notice that the tail um, was not like a full-fledged cat tail, but usually bob, it's only about that. It was probably that long,
Well, and that's what
which
was
is a
throwing
that
people off in the short. People were commenting, look at the long
the
tail.
tail's too long. But yeah, the tail was probably about that long, which for a bobcat, they're not supposed to be that long. So I don't know crossbreeding. I don't know what the deal is, but it was a bobcat because it had that flat face, and it wasn't a mountain lion. It was clearly a bobcat because it had the bobcat head and but yeah, its tail was probably about that long, which is from what I've seen of bobcats is a little unusual. The tail
Okay.
is a little longer than it normally is.
Cindy wants to know if you waved to him.
He stopped and looked at me, um, and he just went on. So I am 99% sure that's what was captured on that game cam by looking at him.
So, and it's still
Which
roaming.
which we don't need a bobcat around. That's not good. Bobcat
I'm
can wreak
thinking
a
of my
lot.
ducks.
We got ducks, we got chickens, we have baby lambs. Um, well, bobcat could take out our goats, really. I mean,
Hmm.
a bobcat's pretty fierce,
Well, the deal
so
is a lot of the animals, like the sheep and stuff like that, we've got the
yeah,
dogs
they
and
got the
things
duck. Yeah,
around. The ducks free range,
you don't know what the ducks are going to do.
ducks and chickens free range. So,
If the ducks go
yeah,
in at night, that's great. But if they decide, hey, we're just going to camp out, they might camp out.
yeah. So,
So
the only thing that we had talked about on my end was the eclipse.
okay,
So, um, yeah, I don't know, depending on where you're at, it could be nothing. Or if you're in a certain area like us, it's like crazy town.
crazy, crazy.
So we're in the path of 100% totality. So it's a big deal here. You guys know I do all my grocery shopping in Poplar Bluff, and the Poplar Bluff Chamber of Commerce has put out a big to do about all the locals. You need to have all your groceries bought and your gas tanks topped off, and don't leave, and traffic's going to be awful. They're giving all the warnings out for the locals to.
Yeah, just stay home.
So,
Yeah, you don't want to be out amongst it.
well, and that's because they are anticipating massive amounts of people coming here, since we're, like, I guess, the
It's
best, or
supposed
one
to
of
be
the best.
and it's supposed to be the last for anyone's lifetime.
Yeah.
So if you ever wanted so they're expecting major crowds.
The hotels have been sold out for a year. Camping spots and all that kind of stuff sold out. The reason I'm bringing all this up is we have friends. Some of you may even be subscribed to their channel already. They have a YouTube channel. They were at the meet and greet. Um, Eclipsing It is the name of their channel because they're very much into the eclipses and stuff. And they are actually, how do I put it, selling tickets to areas in their pasture. What are you saying? Okay. They're having a whole conversation over here,
Um,
and I don't know if I'm supposed to be listening to it or not. But they're selling areas in their pasture for people to come and park. There's an extra fee, and you can even camp in their pasture. So the reason I'm bringing this up again is so that if any of you guys wanted to actually come to our area of the Ozarks, I mean, we won't be there. We have family coming in ourselves, so we already have plans. But in this area, we have friends that do have spaces available still. And in the description box of this video, I have the link for their website where you can buy tickets or just look up the information and see if it's something that you wanted to possibly do. Because it's coming up fast. It's April 8th, Monday, April 8th.
Um, so, but if you're one of the folks that's going to come into this region, again, cannot stress enough, top your tank off like when you're 50, 60 miles away from this area. Drive in, that way you've got enough gas to drive back out, because that's going to be a big surprise for a lot of people is the gas stations will run out of gas quick, and you don't want to be stranded. So,
Yeah. Okay. Do you see Sherry's comment about the bobcat? Okay, so this is what the internet says about the bobcat's tail. Bobcats can have tails that are about half as long as their rear legs, although they're usually shorter,
yeah.
about 6 to 8 inches in an adult.
See, I'm used to seeing them super short. So it kind of threw me because it's longer than I'm used to seeing on a bobcat. But yeah, it's not like a full-fledged cattail like you think of a regular cattail.
Okay, I see. Sam put the link for Eclipsing its website where you can check it out. So yeah, it's right there in the chat box and then also in the description box. We'll have it as well. So yeah, we won't be there, but if you are going to take advantage of their spots and their pasture, drop me a note and let me know. I don't know. I just think it would be neat if some of you all did make the trip and to see the eclipse. Is your friend offering gas also? I don't think so.
I'd have to set up a
They do have porta potties and all that kind of stuff rented
yeah.
though for it. I mean, it's like the real deal. They're really doing it. Um,
So remember, let's see how. Oh,
Yeah.
supper. What do you call that?
Okay. Supper was, what was it? It's like a white chicken chili. It's a Trum Healthy Mama recipe in the crock pot. We're trying to get in the habit of Tuesdays doing a crock pot meal because it gets so hectic in the evenings trying to get supper ready and ready for the live stream and all that. So it's working good to do a crock pot meal. But yeah, it's just that you can put cheese, sour cream, eat it with tortilla chips. It's good stuff. Just the right amount of spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I did see over in the chat someone was talking about taking a video. We're going to try.
Oh, well, yeah, in some form or fashion, we'll definitely make a video
Yeah.
about that day.
Yeah. And we do, like I said, we have family coming in for the weekend. They got their hotel,
Yeah, and it's not
months ago.
like we really need to focus too much on showing them the eclipse itself because there'll be 800 gazillion pictures of it on the internet. So,
Yeah.
but we might show kind of what we're doing and how. And then one thing I would think it would be neat if we could get. I'd like to hear the sounds of the animals.
Yeah.
Because everyone talks about the animals will make weird sounds and things during it. So I would like to capture the sounds of all of our livestock
Yeah.
and what they're doing during it. I think
Yeah.
that'd be fascinating.
Yeah. Cindy,
Oh.
thank you for the super chat. She says this is for extra gas storage for the eclipse. No kidding. We are going to have our tanks topped off, and you are going to have the gas cans
Oh yeah, gas cans,
topped off too.
propane, any type of fuel. The solar generators fully charged, everything charged up.
Yeah. Okay.
Something went weird on our end again. Did anything?
It had a pop up that
Did
said
any?
camera on.
If
Guys, I
anything,
don't know.
it looks
As-
it gets wonky on our end. I don't know what it's doing on your end.
Goodness. Yeah, some people are worried about the eclipse. Dolores says, I see those things coming up on our Facebook page too. So, what the bear's back,
Well,
also living in our woods. Xanthia
yeah,
says
because
they've got a bear.
that's the same thing. In the Ozarks, people will. That's the other thing with the black bears will come and go, and people will get a bear that'll hang around for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're saying everything is fine on their end. So I don't know why it's popping up
Well,
for us here. As long as it
it
keeps
is weird.
going along, we're still staring at a black screen. But now Charlotte says she can't hear again.
I don't know.
Oh, and Nancy says the picture got more clear. It's just crazy. Oh goodness.
Mm.
Oh, Vicky. She says she's staying inside.
Yeah.
I don't think Miss Vicky's a country girl.
No, she's not a
I'm
country
getting that
girl.
impression. Um, okay, so this would be Michael from the Stanley family saying, I've been telling Dawn to buy extra groceries for the next couple trips to stock up a little.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so even if nothing weird happens, because there is a whole bunch of there's religions,
Yeah. But,
there's
and there's take advantage of the situation predictions.
okay. So even if none of that happens,
Yeah.
though, even if it's just a natural phenomena thing, they're talking about because of the income of people
Yeah.
coming into the
Influx.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, influx of people. That's what I was looking for. That the gas stations may run out of gas because our little towns around here are not used to that quantity of people getting gas
Yeah.
and food at the grocery stores and restaurants and all that kind of
And it's not
stuff.
like they'd be refueled the next day either, because
Yeah,
that
when
stuff.
does the truck come
Yeah.
back
So
to
it could
resupply?
disrupt things for several days to get everything back. So.
Jeanette says maybe it's all this eclipse talking that's weirding everything out tonight.
Yeah, that's what it
Maybe
is.
so.
That's what it is.
So, yeah, we're just hunkering down because we don't want to deal with the traffic
Yeah,
and
that
stuff.
it's going to be going to have some family here and just lock down and just
Yeah,
wait it out here. So
yeah. So, and I've been just like Michael was saying, telling Dawn to pick up some extra things. If you noticed in my last couple grocery hauls, I'm getting a extra flat of canned vegetables here and there, just kind of tip topping
yeah,
things off, just in case something weird happens. We're
yeah.
good. And we've got extra family here too. So we'd be them too. So, um, do any area farmers have gas tanks on their property and want to sell gas?
I would
Sherry
two
says.
things. Usually the tanks are diesel, and the farmers would be like, "It is spring. I you couldn't get this gas for
Hmm.
you wouldn't want to pay what it would take for them to not have their gas supply."
See Miss Vicky on here. Again, her channel is Real Stories, a writer's pen and a fisherman's tale. She says, all right, Shawn, with all this happening in the book I'm reading, y'all are going to need
Yeah,
to calm down with the technology problems tonight. So the book that Miss Vicky is referring to is 1 Second After, and we've talked about it a little bit on previous
yeah,
live streams. Very good book. It is a
yeah,
fiction novel, but it's about a little town where an event happens. I don't do you
yeah.
say what it is or do you
Yeah.
leave that in the
No,
book?
just
No,
let's just
no.
say let them, yeah, read it
And the
as they
town
go
has to come together.
and
It's
survive. Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's very well written and you learn a lot of things through it as well. So I think Miss Vicky is enjoying the book. Ah, Jean says the doom and gloomers just need to chill and enjoy the eclipse. Are the schools closed in the area? Lisa asks. Yep,
Absolutely.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And they're closed for several reasons. One is because everybody would want to be home to see it. And the second would be there's no way in the world it would be safe to try to because the buses couldn't run. Yeah, I mean everything is just going to be jammed. When you bring in hundreds of thousands of people, you don't want you don't want anything that's where you would have to be able to go somewhere that's not going to work.
Well, and I would guess, I mean, people driving in that don't have a spot like Eclipsing it is
Mm.
offering it and things like that would just pull over on the shoulder of the road.
Yeah, the
I'm
roads
going
are
to
probably going to be
guess.
jammed. Yeah, because I think you had a lot of people thinking there's going to be someplace to go, and when they get here, they're not going. There's not going to be nowhere to go.
Cindy says too peoply for
Mm.
me. Yes,
Yeah,
peoply. I
yeah,
like
way
that.
people, yeah, big time people, yeah, big time, yeah.
Pixie Pauline asks, have you planted your sweet potato slips yet? I have not. Sarah, will you go grab the cup and I'll show them what's happening in the cup there? So I still have on my kitchen table, you guys know the of the sweet potato slips, the little plastic cups. In the Chinese food video, I have all those sweet potatoes in the center of my table. So I'm still growing slips on the actual sweet potatoes and then I'm clipping them off. These are, yeah, these are prettier. Let me see which ones. Okay, so then I hope you guys can see it. I'm looking at a black screen. These have been snipped off of the sweet potatoes. And here, let me just pick the whole bunch up. Can you see the roots growing in there? Are they showing up on the screen, Sarah? Okay, so these roots are growing. This is just in water, is all it is, just water in a cup. And roots are growing. And then after a while, this is what we'll actually plant in the ground. So there's several individual plants in here. These are the white fleshed sweet potatoes here. And then these are the purple fleshed sweet potato slips here. They're not as pretty, but I mean, look at all those roots. They always do better than the white fleshed. So we do very well. Thank you, baby. We do very well with the purple sweet potatoes. Okay.
Some things flew by. I know I misread it. I
Okay.
thought I saw somebody said they have a chupacabra in their house. I was wondering what was going to happen.
Remember,
If and I thought, what? And I missed it. And I was like, I
he
can't,
reads things strange.
because I'm trying to, when I
Oh,
glance
Nancy
through.
just reserved 1 second after on audiobook. So I think you'll like it, Nancy. Voice Reason says maybe I'm just overly cautious, but I was close in to Minneapolis when the riots happened a few years ago.
Anytime you've got a lot of people, I was in the police officer also too, but when I was a teenager, I was in, I wouldn't, I wouldn't go as far as to say it was a full blown riot, but I was at an air show in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and there was some problems, some issues, and it was extremely hot outside, and everybody was bussed in,
Okay.
and the buses weren't coming to get the people. And after like 3 hours of being out there on the hot tarmac and no way to leave and everything, there were some buses that was going somewhere else, and the crowd stormed the bus and basically commandeered the buses, and the military police had to come out and stand on top of the buses. It was a very spooky situation. So I have been in a situation where there was, like 1,000 people upset and acting upset, and and you're in the middle of it, you're stuck, and yeah, it is a scary thing.
Erin, thank you for the super chat. We just talked about you a little bit earlier. Her note says the eclipse can be seen 100% in my area of New York. Everything is closed because of traffic concerns. All the hotels are booked.
Isn't it funny just how that path goes? So there she is all the way up there, but she just a dead line to, just a straight line.
Sherry says she won't go to air shows. They scare her. So I don't think I've ever been to one.
Used to go to them all the time. Dad dabbled in airplanes when he was younger, and so we loved them.
Susan said she was talking about her chihuahua, not her
Oh.
chupacabra. Her chihuahua having a reaction during the eclipse.
That's not near as interesting as having a chupacabra.
Susan, you should get a chupacabra.
I was glancing around, so
goodness.
Yeah, your pets. It doesn't matter what. Apparently, everything is supposed to act strange. So, yeah, and Aaron, about the hospitals. That's around here. They're already talking about. When you have that many people. I mean, yeah, you just think about, and nothing bad has to happen. It's just when you have hundreds of thousands of people, you're going to have heart attacks. You're going to have at a greater volume.
Yeah, she was saying their area hospital, since they're in the path of totality, are planning to be in emergency mode.
Yeah, because there's just going to be so many.
So, you waving everybody? You trying to just stealing?
We lost everything here.
Hold on. Okay, are we still here?
Okay, can you see us again? Because everything's completely blacked out. I moved it.
The whole screen went black.
I moved it around. It came back. Okay, still good.
Crazy stuff. Deborah says the world's a scary place anymore. It's definitely a lot different than it was. Who was that waving? That was Abigail. We used to call her the Abigator when she was little. She was the Abigator.
Okay. I don't know what's going on our end, but as long as y'all can see it on your end, I guess we're fine. So.
Hey, I saw something online. There was solar something going on too. Bro, we'll blame it on the solar things. We're blaming it on that.
What do they call them? The
flares.
Solar flares.
So maybe that's it. So
Mm.
they're laughing about your chupacabra stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Cindy says my dad was an air traffic controller. We went to air shows often growing up until one plane crashed. It was traumatic.
Yep, that happens sometimes with those shows. Yeah.
Allison, I did not get strawberries for $1.47.
They didn't get them, huh?
I missed that. So Bev said, I'm waving back, Abigail. Oh, okay. I'm trying to catch up here. Lisa said, I joined the Stanley family. Oh, and it jumped. And I missed it.
Yep.
Lisa, thank you for joining their channel, though. I appreciate it. I just lost the comment, but thanks for doing that.
Aaron's heading out of here.
Aaron,
Thank you very much.
thank you for the super chat, Aaron. We love you a bunch. Appreciate you. She said, I'll go back and watch the beginning tomorrow. She always has to go to
Yeah.
bed early. So I'm glad you were able to hang out with us for a little bit.
Because she's an hour ahead of us, too.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm scared. Can I come and live with you? Linda says. Oh goodness. Let's see. It's a crazy night. Not sure my comments are going through. Charlotte, I can see your comments.
You're popping up on our end. So.
And I've been able to see that. I think it was you that the sound was going in and out
so
on.
She's having problem. We're having so some
but
people
not everybody is.
Maybe it's just depending on what area you're in. Maybe we're just having internet issues. Is that?
Yeah. Oh, and there's the Stanley family. Thank you, Lisa. We're thrilled to have you join us. This is nice. Susan, thank you for the super chat. Goodness. Appreciate you being here and appreciate you doing that for us. Let's see. I saw someone was asking about my glasses. These are the Dollar Tree special.
Oh, yeah.
They do the job. Charity says there's supposed to be tons of people traveling to Oklahoma for the eclipse. We are staying home.
I guess.
I don't blame you a bit.
I guess it's going through. I hadn't looked at it. I guess southeast
the actual
Oklahoma. Yeah, I don't know where it's going.
Texas, Oklahoma. I saw.
It's just coming up out of
Yeah.
Gladys.
I was watching
Deborah
Monkey
Brown.
Works the other day, and he was showing the path of it on there. Deborah, thank you for the super chat. And she specifies on hers treats for kids. So thank you, Deborah. They will be very happy with that. And Kathy says she subscribed to Vicky and Chris's channel. Loved the channel. Yeah, they are a hoot. They are funny. Any serious business to mention this evening? Aiden asks. Anything serious?
Well, just a lot of serious things we need to be doing.
Yeah, where it's in the chaotic, just crazy busy mode. Let's go ahead and point out that the next 2 live streams are very iffy.
Yeah, we when we're looking at our schedule of things that we need to get done and we've got planned, the next 2 weeks are pretty tight. Got a lot of stuff going on, so not sure what we will videos, live streams, all of that is going to be a little bit unpredictable for the next 2 weeks. But then after 2 weeks, things should settle back down.
I have live streams down for sure. From the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th look good. It's just Tuesday on the 2nd and the 9th of April are tricky.
Yeah, and just the weekend, we just got a lot going on.
The whole week in general, but specifically those Tuesday nights is what's going to impact.
Live stream. So
everybody on here.
So we might not even be able to do it on different nights. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because
and I would hate to schedule it for different nights too, because we have friends that do live streams on different nights also. Yeah. So I don't want to overlap.
So yeah.
Let's see. Okay, Debbie says she can see and hear us, so we're doing good. We just can't see us.
Okay, I know I'm missing.
Yeah, I saw her daughter's an EMT and had her first DOA today as part of work.
That's like when I work crashes, that it's always tough. The first fatality is always rough.
Yeah. Yeah, and the things that we're doing, these are just, I mean, they're good things. They're just busy
it's
things,
just
just life.
things that we have to get
So,
done out here.
yeah,
Yeah, there's just a lot. There are a lot of things that are on deadlines, and we have to just make it happen. So
yeah. Cindy asked about the special diet and if it's going well. It is going well. It's easier for everybody to be eating all the same thing, but this is a very worthwhile thing to do. So it's going as well as I think we would hope it to go. So um and I did see Allison asked about if we'd seen the news about the bridge. And
yeah,
yeah,
that was yeah. When I fired up my computer this morning, first thing it just popped up is a news site is the and it had that video playing. And it was like, oh, it so reminded me, and it's actually mentioned on a video that we have when we took that Oklahoma trip, and I was crossing um, the Arkansas River on I
you
40.
mentioned it in the
I
video.
told the story
Hmm.
of the exact same thing happening in Oklahoma
Yeah.
over 20 years ago, where a barge hit, and I think the death toll was higher in Oklahoma than in this one, because I think they got some of the traffic stopped on this one in Baltimore, thankfully. But in Oklahoma, all the folks that went off when the bridge collapsed. So it's weird. We cross bridges all the time,
You
and
don't
you just
think.
don't think about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you see this here? This is the first live Bennett has gotten to watch. Would you say hi to him, please? He is obsessed with you like other kids love superheroes, Janice. He is too. Bennett, I am so glad you were watching tonight. It makes me happy that you're here.
he knows we're real because we're actually on here talking to him.
It's really real. That's awesome. Let's see. I'm reading chat. How many people on the bridge? I don't know if there was a count.
Oh,
Last I heard, they were suspecting 20 people were
they're not
on.
sure because the thing in Baltimore there was two issues. I think they got the cars stopped. There might have been a couple of cars went off. The primary issue there were construction crew. They were working on the bridge. There were guys on foot working on the bridge.
Not just people in vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
There was that big bridge. Xanthia saying, I never like crossing bridges. Several years ago, before we got all the larger livestock, we took a family trip to Florida, let the kids see the beach for the first time. And that big bridge that we crossed that was never ending. It just went, and it made me uncomfortable. It was beautiful,
For
but
people
yeah.
who are around the coast, they're used to things like that. We are not used to bridges that are that crazy long.
Well, and I have it in the back of my mind still. I don't know if, while you all ladies experienced pregnancy, if you had crazy dreams, just wild dreams. I had all kinds of dreams during pregnancy, and one of them had to do with ending up in the water with a van full of kids, and it is stuck in my head
'Cause you can't.
to this day. So, yeah, those crazy dreams. Um, let's see. Oh, it says thank you, Bennett. So excited. I'm so glad. Oh, let's see. 2 found, 6 missing. So they did find 2.
Oh,
Okay. See, I have not
6
heard an
missing.
update. So yeah, Susan said that 2 have been
Okay.
found.
That's
Um,
from my understanding is that, and again, information's always sketchy when it's new, but something about with the the workers being on the bridge, I think they saw it coming and was able to run and wave off cars and like get on the radios to the
okay.
other guys. And so
Okay.
that actually ended up probably saving a lot of lives because there were people on the bridge to start
Okay.
warning people that, hey, this thing's out of control heading toward our bridge. Or
Oh, Vicky said I had my first panic attack on a very big bridge. Yeah, it's intimidating. Let's see. Yeah, Deborah. That was Deborah talking about her daughter. I think Deborah said she's 18, I think is what I
yeah.
saw, that had that bad morning at work. So
By the way, if you are things that you learn the hard way, if you drive a vehicle with a lights and siren on it, as it relates to bridges,
okay.
if you're on narrow bridges where there's nowhere to pull over, turn your lights and siren off and just drive across the bridge, because since they can't pull over, guess what everybody does?
So they just
They
stop.
just stop and jam you up. So if you ever drive a vehicle with lights and siren on it in rural areas with small bridges, don't run hot across the bridge. They'll just jam you up. So
Mm.
the things you learn.
Dolores says the ship radioed in that they were going to hit. Yeah, when we watched the video, I mean, it looked like it was just dead on with that support there. Just
Well, did you notice the lights going on and off? The barge, the boat, its lights go out. All lights go out, and then they come back on. And Black Smoke's pointing out he's having some sort
oh,
of major mechanical
okay,
malfunction, so the thing is just out of control. And yeah.
okay. Well, that makes more sense then. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm caught up on the chat. How
Oh,
about that?
Xanthi talking about the Key West. Yeah, that's like the longest bridge in the world. Goes from mainland Florida all the way to Key. All those islands, it just connects them over.
Really?
It's a huge, crazy long bridge. Yeah.
We went, it was Navarre Beach.
Mhm.
That's where we went on our family vacation that one year. So, yeah, which I didn't even tell the kids this. I saw a Facebook, YouTube, I don't even remember where it was. It was a little reel, a short of some sort that showed a great white shark washed up on the beach at
There.
Navarre.
Yeah.
There, yes, where we were at. So, yeah, that was before we didn't even have Rebekah back then.
Yeah.
So, Ricky says you have a beautiful family. You are blessed. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate that. Um, Sandy says bridges don't bother me. It's when I have to drive through a tunnel that is through a mountain.
Yeah. Those
Oh, okay. Deborah said it's her 18-year-old granddaughter that did that this morning. Yeah, it's one of those things. Okay, so you work in crashes and stuff like that all those years. You talk about your grandpa not really telling his war stories to his children, but
Mhm.
he would share them with his grandchildren.
Yeah.
You are very selective about which
The,
bad event
well, not
stories you
yeah, Indian law enforcement
tell.
in general. There there are stories. There are still stories I have never told anyone that I've seen in my career that I've never repeated, because I just don't even want to go there.
Which means something because some of the ones that I have heard are very awful.
Yeah. And I'll tell those. No, there's things that I don't even want to think about.
So, um,
Yeah, Robin talking about the bridge bouncing. Actually, it's supposed to do that. That's a good thing. It keeps it from cracking and breaking. They make them to be flexible. Yeah.
tunnels through mountains don't bother me, but the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel scares me. Yeah, I've never gone
I've
under.
actually heard of it. The
Yeah.
Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Yeah, that tunnel. Yeah, I've heard of that tunnel.
Uh,
Yeah.
what's a vacation? Yeah, that was our last vacation,
Yeah,
wasn't
that was the last one a long time ago.
Oh, the bridge at the Florida Keys is 7 miles long,
7
Cindy
miles. Yeah.
says. Wow.
That's a long ways for a bridge.
Stacy says, I never shared stories with adults, certainly not youngins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, Jan can see and hear us. That's awesome. Oh, how's the summer kitchen coming along? Rita asks. We had
Yep.
talked about it a
Yep.
little bit
Mention a
at
little
the
bit.
very beginning that our friend that's been doing the work on it is available again. So he is due to come some this week and hopefully next week too.
Yeah.
And
We're at the point
maybe
now where you know, it's interior work, and it will.
Hope
Yeah,
maybe even be usable
that would
after
be nice.
this.
Yeah, it would be
That would be
nice to
nice.
start actually using it after 2.5 years.
So I need to go out there tomorrow and take a video of this is where we're starting at before he comes to do work. And that way I can
Yeah,
throw a video together for you guys to
because
see how things have
it'll
changed.
change fast now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, Pam is asking about your job. He doesn't answer that type of
Yeah.
specific stuff there. So we're not ignoring you. It's
Yeah, it's
just
just that we don't. Yeah, that.
it's something he's chosen
Yeah.
to keep private. So um Jeanette says, Shawn sounds like my late father-in-law. My father-in-law was born and grew up in Holland. He would tell stories, but not a lot of them. Yeah. Vicky Byington says parking garages make her nervous. So I don't like, yeah,
I never liked it either. It is there's a like a claustrophobic.
the
Yeah,
ceiling being so
it
low
doesn't seem
and
right. It's like this is way too
yeah,
much concrete to be up above my head.
yeah, yeah. Um, Brittany's asking if for the food restrictions, if our family member can have cassava. As of right now, yes. So actually that was the tortilla chips with supper tonight.
Mhm.
We have a grain-free version with cassava flour. So that was able to be used. Makes it easier to be able to have substitutions like that. Are the boys excited about moving into their bedroom in the summer kitchen soon? Pixie Pauline asks. Yes. So Shawn was actually looking at things like bed frames
Yeah,
just yesterday.
I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around. Okay, this is going to be happening soon. So how do we finish this and get it going?
Because pretty much we may be able to we won't be using all the beds in here, but we're still keeping beds in these bedrooms because the girls will be using them.
Yeah.
So we'll do just some, simple bed frames for the boys' bedroom. You wouldn't want to haul the big wooden bunk beds
No,
up
no,
those
no.
stairs
Yeah, we'll
anyway,
just
would you?
put some simple little frames in there. Yeah.
Goodness. Um,
Talk about tunnels. I always remember, and some of you have probably been on this in Galveston, Texas. Um, there was a tunnel that went under part of the ocean, and I'll always remember there was a ship. I say ship, I mean not like Carnival Cruise. It wasn't a aircraft carrier ship, but I mean it was a decent sized boat that was out on the ocean type thing. And it was coming. I could see it. Yeah, I could see it coming, and we went in that tunnel. And after we got up out of the tunnel, it was on the other side. So it was like we just drove under a boat.
yep, yep.
How many people can say that? Yeah. Have you ever been to Gal? I assume that's still there, but that was a weird experience.
Yeah. Let's see. Why not make bunk beds in the summer kitchen for the boys? That was Allison on there. They're going to be staying in the upstairs, and it has the roof
Slanted.
line goes like this.
Yeah,
So
it's their walls are 5 feet on the outside, 9 feet in the center,
yeah,
and with the beds toward the walls, you wouldn't get a bunk bed there. It'd be a little tight.
yeah. So the sewing room will be awesome. Rita says, "Yep, I know Sarah is looking forward to that." But let's see, is
Oh,
it
there you
going
go.
still?
There you go.
Okay. Charlotte asked, you read your emails or where is the best to write you? I read them all. I read my Facebook messages. I read my emails. I just don't have time to sit down and write back to everybody. So if you do send me something, I will read it, but I can't promise an actual reply back to everybody. I have been looking into, um, prioritizing,
Yeah.
simplifying things. And I know, okay, so a lot of you have already raised your children. They're grown, they're gone. And looking back to see what would you change? What would your priorities be if you could do it all over again? And you had your children back at home with you, what would you have let go of? and what would you have made sure you prioritized? So that's what's been bouncing around in my head here lately. And I don't even remember what brought that on. Oh, the reading the emails and stuff. It's how I'm using my time, replying to emails and
Yeah.
things like that. I'm just, I feel time slipping away with my children. It's Sam having a birthday. That's what it is.
Hmm.
I do this every year. That's why we started the YouTube channel last year. Sam had a birthday. Well, he just had another birthday. So I do this of
Yeah.
time is short. Time is short. Don't mess it up, Janice. So Allison asked, does Sam want to go to college? He is a
He's a
full-time college
yeah.
student already.
Yeah. He's
So,
full-time college student.
um, let's see. Veronica's asking if the boys will be safe out there. Will they have heating and air
Yeah,
conditioning?
it's fully heated in air. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
got a heating and air unit, and your package has
Yes,
arrived.
we have got that.
Yes, we have not filmed anything yet,
Yeah.
but it is here, Veronica. Yes, thank you. Um, Kathy, love the Chinese cooking video. Hope to see more cooking videos. I enjoy making those. So they've been trying to think about what our next international meal might be. And Sarah, I think you've decided on Norwegian food, right? Okay. She says, since we have all this milk and stuff coming in, that we should do Norwegian food.
Someone I did.
Oh, is it already
I
gone?
just got a glance at it. Somebody said more story time, like I did about the.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got stories. I just need to sit and
Yeah.
I've got all kinds of stories. I just need to sit and do some. I got
Yeah.
a chance.
Yeah. Um, I tell my sons all the time not to blink because before you know it, the kids are grown, Joni says. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
I,
Thank you, Rita, being sweet to me.
yeah, I was thinking this the other day about how time goes by and everything. I was thinking about my mother, and it's kind of weird, but about Elvis Presley, and I was, and a lot of you can remember where you were at when you heard Elvis died because that was a big deal.
Okay.
This is where our age difference comes to play because I remember this very well. You certainly don't remember Elvis dying. It would be impossible for you to remember it. But
I'm his young wife.
that's right. Um, so, but I was the one because I was watching. Uh, uh, I was watching TV, and when it broke over that Elvis had died, and I was the one that told my mom, and I remember her reaction and all that. And then I got to thinking about it. Mom was 29 years old, and I was like, when I'm picturing that, my mother was in her 20s.
Hmm.
Wow, that's wild to think of my mom in her 20s. But yeah, yeah, time goes by. Time definitely goes by.
Wow. Anna's telling a story on here about a mountain lion killing a young man and attacking his brother.
Mm,
I hadn't seen that one.
that occasionally happens. I've heard a lot of times in California, the bicycles, they ride the mountain bikes, and sometimes the mountain bikes, the cats want to attack folks on the mountain bikes.
Mhm. Oh, Cindy says mine was where were you when JFK died?
My dad always told that story. He was driving in a vehicle in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when it came across the radio.
Yeah. Jeanette's talking about her daughter turning 22 on April 6th. Man, talk about getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I was bemoaning when I turned 40, and dad said, well, you're not old. He said, wait till you have a kid turning 40, then you'll feel old. Oh, we live in a multi-generational home with our grown daughter, son-in-law, and grandson. See, I would like that. Just, I just enjoy this
All the
time too
stories.
much. But I mean, I will deal with it, but I'll probably cry. Oh, Our kids don't ever think I was in my 20s. Didn't happen. Oh, goodness. Well, there's Andrew. What were you doing outside?
Oh,
Oh, the vehicle. He's determined to get Shawn's vehicle all cleaned up. So that has been his project today, and he's still working on it. Um, let's see. It's when they go out in the world, you worry more about them because you're not there to protect them. Yeah. Yep.
all of us kids.
Oh,
Nick's had a pretty good gap. 10-year gap.
oh yeah.
Kids.
Yeah. Oh, Vicky got your note. Samuel, you write great notes. I was so happy to hear from you. You're a very impressive young man. Wanted to let you know I would be proud to have a son like you. God bless you.
Thank you, Becky.
He's a good guy. Yeah. Janice, you guys are close to your kids. They won't go far. So they are welcome to stay here as long as they want. They can build houses on the property.
Yeah, something about the property. They could
Hmm.
put some houses out here.
I would love to have grandbabies coming in and out of the house. Just run across the yard to grandma's house. Oh. My oldest is 6. I cry all the time because he's growing too fast. I'm with you, Janice. I'll be a mess if they all leave. Just tell him to stay little. That's what I've been trying. Because, Rebecca's new thing now, she's not a baby. If I say Becca baby, she says she's not a baby. She's a tiny little big girl. And I said, we say baby for a little bit. No, a tiny little big girl. Okay. Um, Getting old is a privilege, but it's also a little scary, Sarah says. Yeah. Yeah. Don't blink, it's true. My baby just turned 20 and is about to finish her sophomore year in college, Christina says. Hold your babies tight. They grow way too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, guys. Makes me feel not alone with everybody. They've done it before and gotten through it. The older you get, the faster time goes. Treasure the time you have. The videos you will cherish, Debbie
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am glad. It's been a lot of work. There's been ups and downs here on this whole YouTube experience, but I am glad we do have these videos because you go back and look, a lot has changed in a year
Oh yeah.
with the kids and stuff. You can see how much bigger they've gotten. And I know David's about to hit a growth spurt. He's going to be turning 13
Yeah,
in June.
he'll be getting big pretty
And I know
quick.
with Sam and Andrew, they just, shot up
Yeah, I was just
about that
like all
time.
of a sudden you go, hey, they're not good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, talking about when JFK, the dogs are going crazy again
Yeah.
now. What's going on?
Yeah, I probably need to put some more wolf pee out there. That's
Um, have we started our garden yet? Holly Marie asks. We've got,
somewhat.
there are things in the garden. Like last night, we used kale out of the garden. Some potatoes are planted, but there are still more that need to go in the ground. We didn't get them all put in, and then it just rained, so it's muddy
Yeah,
mess.
I'm guessing maybe this week is the last
Cold,
30s.
getting down to the 30s overnight. Yeah,
Probably this would be. I would expect that
yeah.
by next week the weather will no longer cold will no longer be a problem.
Yeah.
So
So the peas are in dirt, but they're not in the ground yet. They're just in pots. Um, that's all that's really when we're harvesting kale. I haven't seen any asparagus come up just yet. So the fruit trees are all flowering. So it's coming along.
things will get there.
Yep. So I think we're gonna hop off here.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut down. Gonna get things.
Rebecca's back here asleep behind us. We'll need to get her changed into pajamas and stuff. So Pixie Pauline, are there plans to put up the second greenhouse? Yeah,
Oh,
it's on the list.
it's part of the tons of things that have got to get done at some point.
Yes. So we will get to it, but it's just Just do the next right thing. Robin says the days are long, but the years go by fast. I totally get that now.
Yeah.
I do. So let's see. Oh, Dolores, potty training. She's a pro. She's
Oh, yeah.
just
She's got
done.
that figured
We
out.
don't, you know,
Yeah.
there are no
She's good.
accidents or
She doesn't have to wear anything at night
yeah,
or anything.
yeah, overnight and everything. She is a big girl. So, oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, we're winding it down here.
Yep.
So
Don't forget to check out our friends' channels and also eclipsing its page if you are interested in maybe coming to our area for the eclipse.
Yep,
So
yep.
check that out. I'll have it in the description box. And we might see you next Tuesday night, but we're not making any promises.
Next 2 weeks are going to be
Yep.
a little more we don't know, but
Yep.
we'll
we'll
see.
keep in touch though
We'll
and let you
post
know
things when we
something.
can.
So bye guys.